channel. It is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer and numerologist. So I'm going to bring you a quick horoscope for what I see for this particular sun sign for the month of June. This is based on my personal opinion as an astrologer. I can't speak for what other astrologers may pick up, but this is what I see for you. And generally I'd say it's a pretty good month. It is a really good month for you, a positive month. As we start the month of June, the sun is going to be in Gemini, and for you this is going to be around your home, your private life, any recent events that have happened in the past, and any mother figures that you have. So the fourth house, we call this, and it's generally where we consider our foundations, or where we build our foundations in life. Now, having the sun here is quite positive because the sun's energy is about, health, growth, vitality. It's an energy of blessings. Where the sun rests, it will kind of expand. So you could feel some real positive energy around this part of your life as we start the month of June. When we get to the full moon, so I've got the chart here on the left, and you can see where I've put an arrow for number 1. That is the fourth house, and that's where the sun's going to be for you. And Gemini is, the sun's in Gemini, so this energy will be here. We've got circled in black the sun and the moon actually showing us the full moon. So this is what makes the full moon, when you have both these energies opposite each other in opposite signs at the same degree. And for you, your full moon energy is around your career, which is really, really nice. And we call this the 10th house. So your career, your direction, your reputation, your fame, any father figures, basically where you're going in life, this full moon is going to fall here. Now, what full moons can do is cause us to make decisions, because you've got the sun and the moon opposing each other. So they're actually technically in conflict, we'd call it, but it's not always negative conflict. What it does is it can bring that decision making energy, as I said. So this month, focus on your career, your direction, where you're going, and think about making any key decisions that you need to make in this area of your life. This moon could be the good moon for it. So where I've put number 2 in pink by the arrow, that is where the moon's going to be for you, in the 10th house. So it's going to be flipped around for you. So this is the chart for the day that I've pulled, what the universe is going to look like. For you personally, it's going to be the other way round. Now, one thing to be mindful of, that we should all really be mindful of, that I'm saying for all the sun signs around the full moon, is what Neptune is doing. Neptune is going to form a square with the sun and the moon around this time. Now, a square is, you could to keep it quite simple, a square is when planets are, they're kind of annoyed with each other. So this can bring annoyances, frustrations, or conflict to us here on Earth in life, depending on where the energy will fall. Now, Pisces, for you, this is going to be in your first house because your ruling planet is Neptune. So this energy could impact on you personally in your first house, who you are, your approach to life, how you shine, what you want, your desires, and so forth. So around the full moon in Sagittarius, while you've got positive energy and decision making around your career, be mindful of how you actually feel, because Neptune is that planet of hopes and dreams and goals, yes, and all that wonderful stuff that Neptune is associated with. But when he's in a direct motion like what he is in now, he can sometimes cause us to be a bit unrealistic about things as well, and a little bit delusional. So Neptune does have that energy of being the big dreamer, but not necessarily looking at all the fine print with everything. So do be realistic about any decisions that you're making, because his energy is kind of projecting his annoyances onto your 10th and 4th house. So you could have some conflicts around these areas, your career and your direction and your home life. So just be mindful of that. But otherwise, it's a wonderful career and the home looking really, really good. The new moon around the 29th. So this is going to be at 2:53 a.m. my time, GMT. You can convert this to your local time. It might be the day after, or it could be on the 29th, depending on where you are in the world. So the sun at this point is going to move from Gemini into Cancer. So for you, this is around your love life, your romance, your dating, your sex, your creativity, or your sex life, I should say, your children. And generally, this is the house of fun and risk taking. So the sun could be blessing this area for you as well. It could be a really good time to get yourself out there if you're someone looking for love. And the new moon is going to be in Cancer as well, 7 degrees of Cancer. So again, you're going to have this brand new energy which a new moon brings in this area of your life. So if you look on the screen, this is the chart for the day, again, what's going on in the universe. But for you, this new energy that's going to come in from the new moon is going to rest where the arrow is, in your 5th house, where you have romance, dating, sex, creativity, and all that kind of thing. So if you're anyone who is naturally creative as well, as we close out the month, that could be a really good time to be focusing on any of your creative projects or to get creative. Now we've got a positive thing going on and the new moon. We've got no conflict, which is good. So we've got circled in black the sun and the moon, and they are both at 7 degrees of Cancer, giving us the new moon. And as I said, that is going to fall in your 5th house, your romance, your sex, your dating, creativity, that area of life for you. We've also got Mars, which will be in your financial house, so your house of your own money. And he will be forming a sextile, which is, it's quite positive energy. It's where planets are not really causing any conflicts. They're kind of being civil with each other. It's like slight positivity. He's projecting that energy onto your 10th and 11th houses. So again, this is your career in your 10th house, as mentioned by the full moon at the start of the month. And your 11th house is your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. It's your connections, your co-workers, your people who you network with. It's people who we're connected with, but not necessarily in a romantic way in any shape or form. This is more like people that we're connected with because we work with them or there's some kind of associate. Yeah, so hence we have people like co-workers falling up here, and we also have friends as well who we're friends with. So Mars is about determination, drive, getting things done. He's also under the perfect sign, his own kind of sign that he's associated with, Aries. So he is really motivating us all to get something done or to do something. And for you, it is around your hopes and dreams and your career again. So generally speaking, as I said when I started this horoscope for you, this really is a month that is very career focused, very focused on where you're going and what you're doing and how you're doing it. And by the time we get to the end of the month, it looks as though Mars is here to assist you with any decisions that you may have made at the start of the month, around by when we had the full moon. So it's kind of like follow through energy, what I see for Pisces. It is a good month to basically think and plan, and then by the time we get to the end of the month, act on something or have a plan ready for when you move into July around your career especially. It's also a great time, as I said, for dating, and getting out there. Make use of your friendships, your co-workers, your networks, because Mars is also supporting you with motivation and drive and assistance in that area of your life as well. But I would say more so for Pisces, Mars's energy is here to assist you with your career. So if we look at the chart, you can see the red planet that's circled. This is Mars, and then above that you've got 2 other planets circled in yellow that I've connected. This is Saturn and Pluto. Now these are the planets that he is projecting his energy onto. Saturn is the planet of challenges and obstacles. I'm not going to lie, he is a planet that can put, things in our way and make things hard for us. But Pluto is the planet of transformation, and this is good. And this is why I'm saying for you, although you have a challenging planet such as Saturn involved in this sextile, the planets are working together in a slightly positive way. So this could be a time to really block bust any challenges that you've had around your career ideas, any challenges you've had around, your networks, your friendships, your hopes, your dreams, your goals, or where you want to go. This could also be a great time for transformation because you've got Pluto in the mix as well. So generally speaking, really, really nice energy as we end the month, and I wish you all the best, and I hope everything goes well with your love life as well, because you've got a lot of energy around your 5th house, around the new moon, and actually having the sun in Cancer as well. So key things for this month, we've got 3 key transits before we close out. And how these impact on Pisces, the sun sign itself, is that Mercury is finally going to turn direct. We've been in Mercury retrograde since May. We're in Mercury retrograde now at the time of me recording this, and I can't wait for it to finish. I'm not a massive fan of Mercury retrogrades, but he is finally going to turn direct on the 3rd of June, so right at the start of the month. So Mercury is that planet of thoughts, thinking, communication, and the planet of IT, travel as well. So oftentimes when he's in retrograde, sometimes we can have little mishaps in those part of our life because he's going backwards, you know, he's not moving forward. But when he turns direct, he's going to turn direct in your third house, which is great, which is essentially a house of communication, of learning. It's a house to do with our neighborhood, our local surroundings, our siblings as well. So if you've had any kind of conflict or pressures in those areas of life, hopefully when Mercury turns direct under Taurus in this area of life for you, things could ease up. Saturn will be retrograding on the 5th of June as well, so he will be going backwards. So he will be bringing us back to revisit or think about something in life. He could bring back another challenge that we've had already, because he is the planet of challenge, generally speaking. So he's going to turn retrograde under Aquarius at 25 degrees. And for you, this is going to be in your 11th house. Now, as mentioned, your 11th house does have positive energy, with Mars working there as well, as mentioned in the last slide. So although he's retrograde, Mars could be bringing you back to a certain hope, dream, goal, or connection that you made, or friendship that you had, or co-worker that you've worked with, or some collaboration that you've done. So he could be calling you back, but not necessarily in a negative way to bring too many challenges, but for you to go over something again, especially with Mars supporting you as well. Now, Neptune, your ruling planet, is going to turn retrograde as well. So this directly impacts on you as a Pisces. And so he will be giving you some kind of reality check in your first house, because as mentioned, this is what Neptune can do. When he retrogrades, he can make us switch from that delusional state of mind when we're not really looking at things for what they really are, or we're ignoring things, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, okay, this has happened, this is really what's going on. So be mindful of this, because this is going to be in your first house of you. So all I can say about this transit here is we close out the month when he goes retrograde at 25 degrees of Pisces, is that, you know, be prepared for maybe having some kind of reality check as we end the month of June in some area of your life. If you are a Pisces who is born quite late into the sign, so that means that your sun is going to be in late degrees of Pisces. So, you know, if you're around the 18, 19, 20, you know, that kind of mark, 26, 27, 28, then this could really impact you, because your ruling planet is going to go retrograde right by your sun, which is who you are and how you shine and how you approach life. And he's going to bring that reality check energy directly to you. If you are an earlier born Pisces, so you're born earlier in the Pisces season and your sun's maybe not as progressed into the sign, if you know what your chart is like, the same kind of applies, you know, because it is your ruling planet at the end of the day. But I would say those later born Pisces, those that are born later into the season of Pisces, really be mindful of this and watch out. So that's it. That's all I've got for you this month, Pisces. So blessed be. I hope there was something here helpful for you. Do give the video a like. Drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. If you're not already subscribed, then hey, why not? It'd be great to see you here again. So hit that subscription button if you haven't already. And just have a wonderful month. Enjoy what's going on, because it looks really nice for you. It looks like a pleasant month. And I'll catch you in the next video.